Hello there, this is the weekly Forex Outlook by Adam Woods. We're going to be going through the economic calendar and looking at the economic alerts that I'll be trading this week. Not too busy, but there are some very key alerts, especially on the pound this week, so we're going to be having a look at those mainly. But first one, Monday is very, very quiet. Only some light and medium alerts, mainly on the Japanese yen. Could possibly be looking for some pullbacks on the yen for an entry at the moment, but it has been used as a risk aversion currency at the moment. You can see here where we had the push up, and then we had a bit of a pullback there. It has only pulled back to areas of support and support though, and it has just tipped above the 102 level again. So could possibly look for a pullback there to around the 101.75 level for an entry for a buy, but not the main one I'm looking to trade this week. Okay, back to the calendar. First economic alert we've got, high impact alert is on the Australian dollar at 2:38 a.m. on Tuesday. We've got the NAB business confidence. The data coming out of Australia hasn't been fantastic. Unemployment was pretty poor. Unemployment rate was high. We did expect that, and we did expect a drop in the Aussie last week. You can see after the rate statement was pretty neutral. The Aussie didn't really give any hints about any rate cuts. Although if the data keeps coming out poor, then traders are going to expect to see the RBA make announcements about rate cuts. So it's important to watch the data. I am looking for sell positions in the Aussie dollar at the moment, around about the 9,280 up to 9,300 level. And you can see it's just sat there at 9,276. We did take a sell on it last week, locked in the entry price, but we then stopped out even. So looking for the same sort of price again, and hopefully expecting to get that quicker bounce like we've had here. If we can get that entry in there before Tuesday at 2:30, then I'll leave that to run through the night, ready for that alert. But important to get in before the alert, or set a pending order for anywhere between 9.3 and 9.330 if the price is still around this sort of area by Tuesday morning. Okay, but also we're sending out an email with the exact price on Monday afternoon for that one. Okay, the next one we're looking at is we've got on the same day, Tuesday at 10 a.m, we've got the German ZEW economic sentiment. And now let's have a look at the euro. Euro has started to creep back up after last week. We did get a little bit of information from Mario Draghi on the press conference, said that the ECB unanimously are willing to use extreme measures of and further QE. So we did get a bit of a push down from the euro because of that, but since then it has started to buy back slightly. But I do expect this buyback to be limited to about 13450, and then expect to see a further drop down to 13300. Now the German ZEW economic sentiment is expected to be worse than previous, so I will be looking for sell positions either just before or during that ZEW announcement. I'm going to be looking to take sales around about the 1325 level, or taking them again as it pulls through that 13400, around about the 13395, 394 level. Okay, so a couple of alerts there on Tuesday, and then moving through to Wednesday, we've got Chinese data coming out, which has been stronger than previous. On this occasion, expected to be weaker. This could also aid our Aussie dollar trade as well. So we could that could also, once we're in there on Tuesday morning, on Wednesday, that Chinese alert at 6:30 a.m. could well give our Aussie a further push down. So I'll be hoping to stay into it for that. Wednesday at 9:30, we've got the pound at the average earnings index. We've got the claimant count change, and we've got the unemployment rate. Now the unemployment rate is expected to drop, but the claimant count change and the average earnings is expected to drop as well, which brings into the question the quality of the jobs that are being created for the unemployment rate to drop. So overall, I'm still bullish on the pound, but I am looking for a better price to get into this for a buy, and I'm looking around about the 16750 16700 level. Now, if this average earnings index surprises, then we could see this rally back up to 169 very, very quickly. If it does come out as worse than expected, as worse than previous as is expected, then I'll be looking for it to drop to 167, and from this 167 as well, I'll be looking to buy it back. The unemployment rate is expected to drop as well, so that's good. That's good news. But the average earnings obviously questions the quality of the jobs. So overall, looking to buy the pound, just looking for that right price to get into it on that. We've also got the inflation report, and BO Governor Carney speaks on Wednesday. Now these are going to be key. Inflation. If inflation has increased from previous, then the Bank of England are still going to have no choice but to hike interest rates. Okay, it doesn't matter if the data's poor, the rest of the data's poor. If inflation is still growing, then they are going to have to cut the rates. Okay, we've got BOE Governor Carney speaking as well, who's going to be talking about that exact subject. So depending on how the outcome of that will also depend on which way the pound's going to go. But hopefully we're going to get good average earnings figures. We're going to get good unemployment rate, and the pound will start to creep up, and we'll already be in the trade. Hopefully with the stop loss locked in before Governor Carney speaks and the inflation report comes out. I've got a slight inkling that the inflation report is going to be good. It is going to indicate that the central bank's that the Bank of England is going to have to raise interest rates, possibly at the end of Q4. If that happens, then we're going to see this pound start to rally back up to that fair price 17,000, go through there and start to come back up to start to make way up to 17,500 level. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Thursday, still on Wednesday, 11:45 p.m. We've got the retail sales quarter on quarter on the New Zealand dollar. Now the New Zealand dollar already in that trade, been in it for quite a while now, for a buy. Got a couple of entry levels on there below that 8,500 level. Still had a bit of a spike down off that bad dairy powder report last week, but I am expecting the retail sales quarter on quarter to be better than previous. It could be the data we need to start seeing these come back up. If you're not already in this trade, taking buys anywhere between 8,450 and 8,400 wouldn't be a bad move. The New Zealand dollar is still a bullish currency, and we should see that rally back up to the 8,700 level eventually. Okay, Thursday we've also got the German prelim GDP quarter on quarter, which again is expected to be worse than previous. So again, hopefully already be in this euro, and this will just be an alert that's going to help us push further down on Thursday. Bad data on Germany hopefully should give that weaker euro. We've also got unemployment claims coming out at 1:30 on Thursday on the US dollar. Now this is actually figure supposed to be expected to be slightly higher than previous, but anything below what's expected could also see some strength in the US dollar and help pull this euro down. Employment report wasn't as great as everybody expected it to be at the beginning of the month, but hopefully these figures will start to show some improvement. That's all it needs to do, really, show a little bit of improvement there. We've got the second, moving on through to Friday, we've got the second estimate on the GDP on the pound. Nothing really expected to change there. Hopefully the pound trade will already be in full swing and we'll be seeing that come down. We've got Canadian at 1:30 manufacturing sales month on month. This is expected to be worse than previous, so that US dollar Canadian trade could well make further headway. I am expecting this to be capped at the 11,000 level. Previously, I was expecting it to be capped around the 109.50, but it has made it back above there again for the second time. But I'm hoping we're going to see a double top develop here and then a breakout below the 109.100 level eventually. The data has been good. This retail sales figure, manufacturing sales figure, is expected to be slightly worse than previous, but we'll just see that data as it comes out. I'm not really looking to trade this from anywhere at the moment. The only if that data is good, and the price is still high, around about the 11,000 level, then I would look to take another sell. But I am actually already in this for a sell, just below the 109 level, so not really looking to take extra positions unless I know with conviction that the data is going to bring this currency pair back down. Okay. 2:55 on Friday, we've got the prelim UAM consumer sentiment from the US dollar as well. That is expected to be better than previous, just slightly. Hopefully, I'm not looking to trade it, any particular currency pair, but I will be looking at the currencies that I'm already in, and hopefully that's going to aid bringing things down like the euro. Okay, that's pretty well much it for the week. Keep your eyes open for the emails on the Forex Inferno Plus system, and they'll give you the exact figures of what I'm looking to get into those trades for. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.